hello. I'm just, I was reading a recipe, actually. So, welcome. As we do our countdown to the 50th anniversary, I figured let me look up a recipe for the man that put everything together for us. So the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom coming on October 1st. I hope you've been following along. Every day I put out a new video. Been having tons of fun with it. But here we do it a little differently. But for today, the different part is going to be I'm going to follow a recipe. So this is Walt's chili. Walt Disney himself loved chili. It was a recipe that was given from Lillian, passed down to chefs in Disneyland. And I happened to get it. Let's try. Alright, in a pan, you could do this in a regular pot. Olive oil, just bring it up to temperature. And then we're going to add about 1 pound of stew meat. And just salt and pepper on that nicely. And then we'll just get that right into here. And we just want these to brown. And then we're going to actually separate them within the pot. Let them cook in the olive oil. And then we're going to remove this and move on to the next step. Alright, now that your meat has color on it, you're just going to want to take it out and reserve it to the side. Okay, so now this is what you actually want, right? So all this stuff on the bottom here, that's the fond. That's all your flavor. So I'm just going to add about another 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And let that start to get warm. And then one large onion and 1 large pepper. I had a little bit of yellow and orange peppers left. With the green pepper, the recipe calls for green peppers, the traditional one. So I'm just going to add these in here and let these roast out nice and slow. Okay, so once the vegetables have been cooked down, the onions and the peppers, this is when I'll add my, I'm just adding 2 cloves of roughly chopped garlic into there. And you want to give that. The reason you don't add that with everything else is because garlic actually burns faster than everything. So I'm just going to give this a quick stir, let this cook out for about another minute. Remember that fond we were talking about on the pot? We'll see how that's starting to go away. Because it's all been incorporated into the vegetables now. Alright, so it's been about a minute and a half. That garlic's now in there. You can smell the garlic now more than the actually other vegetables. Here we go, folks. So we're just going to add about 1.5 pounds of chopped meat. I'm just going to add this and we'll brown these and we'll go from there. Now I'm going to follow the recipe as much as I can for what the way Walt's actual chili was. So I'm very interested to see. I personally would add salt and pepper at this point, but it doesn't call for any. So we're just going to brown the meat. We're almost there. Just give it mix it up. I don't see that much liquid coming out, so I'm happy with that. Normally in a chili, I will, after the meat has been browned, I like to remove it. But we had all that great flavor of from the onions and the peppers and that olive oil in there. So I'm glad that it's not too much liquid that's coming out. So we will see. Alright, this is nice and browned. Vegetables are in there. Like I said, not too much liquid, so I'm happy with that. Don't have to drain it. I'm using pretty lean chopped meat though also. Alright, so now we're going to add the stew meat back in. Get all those juices in there. Spread that out. And now we got our spices. Alright, so following the recipe. So I got 1 tablespoon of cumin. I have 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder. I I have 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and I have a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And we're gonna just sprinkle this all around and get everything in there. And then just give it a mix. Alright, so now at this point I'm going to add, it calls for 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. So it's a full can. So 2 and 3. Give this a mix through. Really want to get that through. I know I've told you on other videos I like to cook out my tomato paste, but this is gonna stew for a while, so I'm okay with it. And I'm glad we added the spices first to get absorbed into the meat before the actual tomato paste starts taking over. So I'm going to let this cook for a couple of minutes like this, and then we'll move to the next step. Alright, everything's starting to cook really nice now. This is the point where I'm going to add 1.5 cups of water, and that's going to slow down the cooking process, because that water is now going to break up with the tomato paste and all those spices, and then the fat rendering from the chopped meat and the stew meat. So at this point, now that everything is mixed in nice, I'm gonna add in the beans. Let me know in you guys throw into the comments, do you rinse your beans or you don't rinse your beans in chili? Or even do you add beans to chili? Again, I'm following the recipe from the Disneyland Walt Disney's chili. So I'm following a recipe for me is like tying my hands behind my back. Okay, so now it's coming to its first simmer, and it calls for 2 plum tomatoes diced up. So just dice those up, and we're gonna cook these out. Again, it's different, but looks like it has enough liquid in there. Probably I have to add beef stock in a little bit. You know what, why don't we add that right now? So 4 ounces of beef stock right into there. And again, definitely different, but this is the way Walt liked it, allegedly. Let's see, let this cook down. Alright, so I got my mini bowl. Let's see, so this was about 1 hour and 45 minutes. I'd let it go for 2 hours on medium heat. The smell is delicious. Got our chili now. And then let's hit it with some sour cream. And we'll finish it with cheese. There you go. Let's give this a quick mix and see what it tastes like. Alright, for you, Walt, it's hot. Wow. This is actually really good. I like it with the stew meat in there. Different texture. Those peppers, you know, they blend nice with the beans. Who would have known? I'm sold. Well, that's it, folks. So I hope you enjoyed everything that you saw today. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. We got plenty more videos coming. Having a blast. Countdown to the 50th anniversary. Head over to that Facebook group and the Facebook page. Follow me on Instagram. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Until next time.